welcome to Religious Studies. My name is Mrs Nicholson and I'm one of the RS teachers at Harrogate Grammar School. So although all students will study RS as a GCSE at HGS, it's not an option subject. It's really useful for people to find out a little bit more about what you're actually going to be studying and how you're assessed in RS. So we start RS in Year 9 at Harrogate Grammar because that gives us plenty of time to cover the full GCSE RS content and to make sure that we can develop the skills that students need in order to be really successful in our subject. So there's two papers that students will study. The first paper, paper 1, looks at Christianity and Islam, and paper 2 is the ethics paper, looks at different key themes and ethical issues. So to tell you a little bit more about paper 1, first of all, students begin Year 9 by studying Christian beliefs and teachings. So this looks at key beliefs of Christianity and also differences between different Christian denominations about how they interpret the Bible. Students then go on to study Christian practices, which shows clearly how they put the beliefs they've studied for Christian beliefs topic into how they then worship. So different types of worship, different types of churches, how they celebrate different key sacraments in Christianity like Holy Communion and baptism. And then for the second part of the paper, the study of Islam, students will first look at Islamic beliefs, so look at different beliefs between Sunni and Shia Muslims. They'll look at why Muslims believe key things, influences. They'll learn about the Prophet Muhammad, for example, and they will learn about key things that influence the lives of Muslims. And then for the second part of the Islamic section, they will look at how Muslims put these different beliefs into practice, focusing on things like the 5 pillars of Islam and the other key beliefs that influence their daily lives. The second paper, as I mentioned before, paper 2, is an ethics paper. So this looks at 4 key areas concerned with ethics, and students apply all of these teachings that they've learned in paper 1 on Christianity and Islam to these ethical issues. So the first unit that students look at is conflict. So in this unit, students will look at things like weapons of mass destruction, arguments for pacifism, causes of war, and arguments about how victims of war should be treated and how defeated countries should be treated after a war has taken place. The next topic they will look at is crime. So in this unit, students look at causes of crime. They look at things like how poverty might be causes of crime, how drugs might be causes of crime. They also look at different prison systems around the world and they evaluate what they think the most effective type of prisons are and different types of punishment. They'll also look at arguments for and against the death penalty and examples of this around the world. The next unit they look at is religion and life. So this focuses at key things like euthanasia, abortion, where the world's come from, our responsibility in terms of pollution and the environment, so really key global issues that affect us at the moment. And the final topic that students look at is religion and families, and that is looking at different types of families, different ideas about marriage, about divorce, and other key aspects of family life. So I hope that's been really useful to give you an insight into what GCSE RS is like. It's an absolutely fantastic subject. Students learn lots and lots of key skills. They've got evaluation, critical thinking, discussion, and how to communicate their ideas clearly, but also how to accept other people's points of view, even if they don't agree with them. So accepting that other people have different views from them. They don't have to believe it or agree with it, but they just have to accept those different views. So I hope that's given a really good insight into RS and what it's like to be a religious studies student at Harrogate Grammar School. I hope you all have a great week and hopefully I'll see you soon.